All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Please welcome our next fighter making his way to the cage, Kyler Scott.
It's Sunday night in Los Angeles, California. Time for another edition of the University of Mixed Martial Arts. I'm Rich Slayton, joined by Donna Gonzalez to call this 145-pound affair between Kyler Scott and Garik Mitchell. Scott on his way to the cage right now. The 22-year-old stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, a southpaw, making his debut tonight with Team Quest.
Team Quest, we've talked about them, great wrestling. I mean, just a really well-rounded team in general. A lot of great fighters coming out of them. Kyler is a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is nothing to shake your head at.
So what does it take to make it to a blue belt? It used to be, rewind 10, 15 years ago,
Sure.
Blue belt, ooh, was so scary.
Right.
Now, you can't run around a corner without running into a blue belt.
Absolutely.
But it still is a fine accomplishment. So what's that mean to be a blue belt?
You know, if you liken it to writing a book, having a blue belt means you have a really good vocabulary. You know, you're not able to write a novel like a black belt yet, but you do have a great knowledge of the words to use as a blue belt, and you are able to put those words together in a sentence that is functional.
Well, let's see what he writes against his opponent.
Please welcome his opponent making his way to the cage, Garik Mitchell.
Across from Scott tonight is 25-year-old Garik Mitchell from Simi Valley, California. The Team Lagarto fighter stands 6 feet tall with a background in Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes, he is a well-rounded MMA fighter. He teaches cardio kickboxing at CrossFit Iron Dust, and so we're expecting him to have some fantastic cardio himself. He's a teammate of Lance Bush, who is, has fought for us here at the U, who always puts on exciting fights.
Very exciting, talented fighter for us.
He also is a blue belt, so this is actually a great matchup on the ground. He's had a couple Muay Thai fights, no stranger to the cage, so, probably not going to have too many jitters coming in. A little bit of confidence, definitely.
Competition experience both in grappling and striking.
Yes. 3
fights at IKF, International Kickboxing Federation, and Muay Thai fights. He's won both gold and silver at the Grappler's Quest beginners level. So this is a guy who's seen both of those. Now it's tonight where he wants to put it together.
And this is a really good place to do that. These two seem like they really will be a good matchup. Mitchell does have the advantage with a slight bit more of experience, but Scott has a good base.
Well, let's kick things off inside the cage with Salvador Ariano.
Our next fight of the evening is brought to you by That's It Fruit Bar, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist making his debut. He stands at 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 143 pounds, representing Team Quest from Temecula, California, Kyler Scott. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, also making his debut. He stands at 6 feet tall and weighed in officially at 146.2 pounds, fighting with Mars Fitness and Team Lagarto from Simi Valley, California, Garik Mitchell. Man in charge of the action, Sean Wells.
This is it, folks. 3 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Kyler Scott in the blue corner. Garik Mitchell in the red corner. This is the University of Mixed Martial Arts. It starts here. You notice immediately the length difference between Mitchell and Scott. Mitchell is 6 feet tall. Kyler Scott at 5'7".
Mitchell using that distance really well.
Scott feinting, but from really far outside.
Woo,
nice body kick by Scott. Combination from Scott.
Good head movement from Kyler.
Scott throwing tight strikes, but cannot seem to get. There we go.
Got
Just
one, there
as
it
he
is.
can't get inside, lands that straight left. That's straight, the straight left.
Oh,
Mitchell looking low, kicks off the takedown. Lots of head movement from Scott. Mitchell more
using
controlling
some
distance.
too, yeah. Scott wasn't feeling it.
It's going to happen sometimes, especially throwing low kicks, moving around. 30 seconds left in the first round.
Fight!
It wasn't too bad.
No. Scott was able to. Nice catch from Scott.
No fear from Scott so far.
No.
Not respecting the length of Garik Mitchell. Mitchell throwing that 1-2 multiple times in this opening round.
Press him straight down the middle.
Nice head kick from Mitchell.
A little hey, how you doing there at the end with that kick.
Little tap.
So impressive here in this first round. Coming
Right.
forward, you know, early on not finding his distance, but
Yes.
as the round continued, improving, getting inside better, and finally being able to land as we went in the second half of that round.
He was able, and we find that with shorter fighters sometimes. When they can get inside and close the distance between a taller fighter, that works really well for them. So some fighters, Lethal Laura, was actually incredibly successful with fighting taller fighters and using that to her advantage. And I think that's what Kyler Scott did in this first round.
That's the big question here in round number 2. Can Kyler Scott continue to find out where the best distance is, or will Garik Mitchell get his measurements right?
Yes.
A little bit of blood on the face of Kyler Scott.
A little bit of blood never hurt any MMA fighter.
Woo. And now Mitchell throwing much faster.
I think both of these guys turned it up a little bit this round.
Garik throwing 1-2 low.
Set it up, set it up.
A lot of feints from
Straight down the middle.
Scott.
Straight down the middle.
Both of these guys totally picked up the intensity.
Close that distance. Close that
Nice hit
distance.
from Mitchell.
Here we go. A lot more accuracy from Garik Mitchell in this round.
Oh, beautiful. Go again. Go, 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 go.
That straight right landed.
Straight down the middle.
Is a big
That's
kick.
a knockout.
That is it.
Well done, Mitchell.
Garik Mitchell goes upstairs with the right leg,
That's a head kick.
and that finishes this fight. What a
That
kick
was nice.
from the
That is
debut.
exactly what you want to see from a taller fighter with that kind of length.
Oh, we see on that replay. Let's watch that one more time. That was just an unobstructed foot to the face of Kyler,
Yes, it was.
of Kyler Scott.
Oh, and Kyler ducks, and he does it again. And Mitchell saw it. Right
Perfect
there.
timing from
Kyler's
Garik.
hands
KO
were
right
down.
high
It
kick.
was just perfectly timed.
Now, some of you might look at that and say, hey, that stoppage seemed fast. Didn't seem
No,
like
it
Kyler
didn't.
was out, and he was getting back to his feet. But remember, this is amateurs. The number one thing here is that we're looking for fighter safety. And the referee did a great job. Saw a fighter take an unbelievable blow and made the call he should make, which is protect the fighter.
Absolutely. These guys, we
What-
want them to live to fight another day and get paid for it at some point.
That we hope.
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna say, what fight IQ, what smarts from Garik Mitchell.
Absolutely, that was beautiful.
Seeing that rolling, especially also when they're not
Absolutely.
engaging, and that's the danger there. Kyler Scott from the beginning on the outside was doing that head movement, rolling
Right.
a lot of stuff when they're not even close to engaging.
Right.
And Garik Mitchell saw it, timed it, landed that foot.
It was beautiful.
Here we go one more time. So you
There's
see
the roll,
duck, you see
there's
the
the
duck
roll.
again.
I think
Bam.
I think Kyler might have been anticipating another punch from Mitchell, and Mitchell switched it up with the kick.
And that's all she wrote, folks. Knockout by Garik Mitchell. Let's make it an official inside the cage with Salvador Arellano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the punishment ends 48 seconds into the second round. Your winner by knockout, Garik Mitchell.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Garik Mitchell. Garik, how important was this win, and how good does it feel to get the finish?
Oh man, it feels so good, but I gotta thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for that. I gotta thank my amazing team, Vic, Lance. I gotta thank Kevin Ross, Lance Bush, Tyler and Man of Mars, all my friends and family out here. I do this for you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Love you guys.
It was clear that both you guys wanted to keep it standing. You guys kind of measured each other in that first round. What kind of adjustments did you make in between rounds, though?
I saw he was gonna try to flurry, so I just tried to keep my distance, and I knew the head kick was gonna land. I saw it land at the end of the first round, and I just wanted to try it again there in the second, and it landed.
Once that head kick landed, did you know he wasn't going to be able to recover?
I kind of paused because I didn't know if the ref was going to stop it or not, so I tried to come up and follow up with some more punches, and he kind of threw me off, so just happy I got the W.
Well, Garik, what's next for you at the U?
Hopefully they have me back. I'd be glad to come back. I love the promotion. Thank you, Jay Tan, for bringing me out, and yeah, thank you.
Well, you keep knocking people out. We'll keep wanting to see you. Give it up for Garik Mitchell, ladies and gentlemen.
Your winner by head kick knockout, Garik Mitchell.
Yes.